Our universe is a terribly large place. It extends some 92 to 93 billion light years end to end. And the kicker is, this is just the observable universe. Ultimately, there is a grand portion of the cosmos that we can't see. The universe is so young that light from the distant region of space hasn't had the time to reach us yet. And because the universe is expanding at faster than the speed of light, we will never be able to see or reach this portion of the universe. Generally speaking, a planet must be terrestrial, i.e. not a gas planet, in the habitable zone of its star, and within the acceptable size range for life to form in order to be considered a candidate for Earth-like life, generally 0.5 to 2 times the mass of the Earth. In case you forgot, the habitable zone is the region around the planet where liquid water is conceivably possible. So, here is the list of 10 planets where there is life according to NASA. Number 1. Kepler-442b. According to NASA, Kepler-442b orbits its star every 112 days and is 33% larger than Earth. Kepler, a NASA spacecraft, used the transit method to find the planet by measuring the dimming that a planet causes as it passes in front of its star. On January 6, 2015, NASA made the confirmation of the exoplanet public. One study discovered that this exoplanet might get enough light to support a substantial biosphere, which was published in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society in 2021. The likelihood that various planets would be able to perform photosynthesis was examined by the researchers. They discovered that the radiation Kepler-442b receives from its star is adequate. Number 2. Gliese 1061. Approximately 12 light-years or 3.7 parsecs away from Earth is the red dwarf star Gliese 1061. Despite being a relatively nearby star, it requires at least a moderately sized telescope to see because of its apparent visual magnitude of about 13. Gliese 1061's proper motion has been known since 1974, but its distance was previously thought to be greater, about 25 light-years, 7.7 parsecs, based on an estimated parallax of 0.13. In 1997, the recons determined its distance with accuracy. It was the 20th closest star system to the Sun at the time. It is only 0.2% as bright as the Sun and has a mass that is estimated to be 11.3% that of the Sun. The star shows no significant infrared excess due to circumstellar dust. Number 3. TRAPPIST-1d. TRAPPIST-1d is a small exoplanet that orbits the ultra-cool dwarf star TRAPPIST-1, about 40 light-years, 12.1 parsecs from Earth, on the inner edge of the habitable zone. It has a mass of about 30% that of the Earth. Once again, the transit method was used to find the exoplanet. The planet's first signs were reported in 2016. But more details about the planet's likely makeup weren't discovered until the following years. It is only 4.3% more exposed to sunlight than Earth, which puts it on the periphery of the habitable zone. According to recent research from the University of Washington, TRAPPIST-1d may be an extrasolar planet with an atmosphere similar to Venus. Number 4. Teegarden-B. A habitable planet called Teegarden-B orbits the star Teegarden, a red dwarf 10 times smaller than our Sun. Matthias Zechmeister made the initial discovery in Calar Alto Observatory in June 2019. The distance from Earth to it is approximately 12.4 light-years. Teegarden-B has a mass that is 1.05 times that of the Earth. It takes Teegarden-B 4.9 days to complete one orbit around his host star. Yes, you heard that correct. On Teegarden-B, a year is shorter than a week here on Earth. In comparison to Teegarden-B, which has an ESI value of 0.84, Earth has a value of 1. Any planet with an ESI value higher than 0.8 is able to support life in a similar way to Earth. Number 5. GJ 3323b. GJ3323b is an exoplanet that revolves around the star Gliese 3323 in the Eridanos constellation. According to the most recent parallax records, the star is 5.38 parsecs away from Earth, or 17.53 light-years away. The planet's year is 5.3636 days, or 0.01 Earth years, according to the orbital period. The Earth will have made 68.05 orbits around its star by the time a full year has passed. The planet revolves around its star more closely than Mercury does the Sun. In 2017, news of its discovery was released. Number 6. Gliese 667 cc. According to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, this exoplanet, which is only 22 light-years away from Earth, is at least 4.5 times as massive as Earth. The exoplanet Gliese 667 cc orbits its host star in just 28 days. But because the star is a red dwarf that is much cooler than the Sun, the exoplanet is believed to be in the habitable zone. Gliese 667 cc, which was found with the 3.6-meter telescope of the European Southern Observatory in Chile, may orbit close enough to be baked by flares from the red dwarf. Number 7. Kepler-1649c. Scientists found Kepler-1649c after reanalyzing data from NASA's Kepler Space Telescope. It was discovered that the exoplanet orbited in its star's habitable zone and was just about the same size as Earth. According to NASA, a computer algorithm mistakenly identified the astronomical body during the initial data collection from the telescope, but in 2020, it was found to be a planet. Scientists discovered that this exoplanet receives 75% of the light that Earth receives from the Sun when comparing the light that the two planets receive from their stars. Number 8. Proxima Centauri b. Proxima Centauri b, sometimes referred to as Alpha Centauri cb, is an exoplanet orbiting in the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri, which is the closest star to the Sun and part of the triple star system Alpha Centauri. Proxima Centauri b has an orbital period of about 11.2 Earth days and orbits its star at a distance of about 0.05 AU, which is about 7.5 million kilometers or 4.6 million miles. Its other characteristics are only dimly understood, but it is thought to be a planet with a minimum mass of 1.07 m that may be Earth-like. Number 9. Kepler-452b. According to NASA, this planet, whose discovery was announced in 2015, is the first near-Earth-sized planet to revolve around a star the size of the Sun. The parent star of Kepler-452b, which is 60% bigger than Earth, is 10% bigger than the Sun. The exoplanet Kepler-452 orbits in the habitable zone and shares many similarities with our Sun. Kepler-452b has a better than even chance of being rocky because it is 1.6 times the size of Earth. The planet is located 1,400 light-years away from Earth, and it orbits its star in just 20 days more time than Earth does. And finally, at number 10, we have TRAPPIST-1e. Orbiting the star TRAPPIST-1e are the most Earth-sized planets ever discovered in the habitable zone of a single star. This planetary system is made up of 7 worlds. According to previous reports from Space.com, the majority of these planets' water likely evaporated very early in the formation of the system. But according to a 2018 study, some of these planets have the capacity to store more water than the oceans of Earth. The planet TRAPPIST-1e is thought to have the greatest chance of supporting life. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.